Hey there, it's Dr. Brenda. Welcome back to another Campground review. I am a financial coach, founder of the Gutsy Women Club, and I travel the country in my RV with my 3 cats. I typically stay at state national parks and Corps of Engineer campgrounds, so here's another review. Today I'm going to do Deer Creek State Park in Wallsburg, Utah. Hey, before I forget, please subscribe below. I'd really appreciate it if you could follow along. And I've got lots and lots of campground reviews here, plus some other really nice stuff. If you already subscribed, thank you, thank you, thank you. Really means a lot to me. Okay, Deer Creek State Park. Now, before I get into all of the nitty-gritty, 4 campfire review out of 5, so pretty pleased with this park. I like to give you a couple of tips. So if you are staying here, there's some really neat stuff to do. We took a morning and went to Timpanago's Cave, and it's a national monument. It's 1.5 miles up, and they give you 90 minutes to get up to the top. So yes, it's a steep climb, paved all the way up. Wonderful cave tour, and it's maybe 40 minutes away. So Timpanago's National Monument, really, really worth your time. Closer to this park is a little place called Sundance. Yeah, made famous by the Sundance Film Festival and Robert Redford. If you can get there, maybe have a lunch, have a drink at the bar. Kind of fancy place, absolutely. Prices are not RV prices, but it's an incredibly beautiful setting, might make for a really good experience for you. And also not far from here is Bridal Veil Falls. So if you want to see a really neat waterfalls, that is pretty close by. So lots and lots of great things to do here. I am here at the very last week of August, first part of September, right before Labor Day. So summer is winding down, at least summer is as vacationers call it. And so let's go right into why I gave it 4 campfires. Let's talk about the campsite. 4.5 out of 5. Very level pavement, big, spacious, plenty of space between my neighbors. Big picnic table that is actually sheltered, which is very rare, at least in the campgrounds where I've stayed at. Separate fire pit from a little stovetop, a campfire, a charcoal pit. Really good. It got knocked off by half a campfire because there are a number of sites that I've seen that do not have the cover on the electrical box. So mine does, but some of the covers have seemed to have ripped off and they haven't replaced it. So just be careful of that. Okay. Restrooms. Good news and bad news. Good news is there is a restroom with running water. It's also free. You're not putting quarters or tokens into the shower. It's pretty dated. Water doesn't really drain out other than out the door. So you're constantly stepping in water. And again, there's a thing about hooks. Like, I don't know, hooks don't cost much money. It'd be nice if you had more than one hook in the shower stalls. That's okay. It's a 3 out of 5, a generous 3 out of 5. Amenities and trails, lots and lots of stuff going on here. Some really nice trails nearby and in the park. But the amenities, I'm going to take you through all the different aspects, different pieces of Deer Creek State Park, because you've got the campground, and then it's actually very, very spacious. I mean, it's a big park with different areas. It includes kind of like, a really nice beach water park area with all kinds of rentals for you. It includes a ziplining area. So there's all kinds of stuff to do. Stick around and I'll show you all of those pieces. But there's really 5 out of 5 on amenities and trail safety. 4.5. I felt very safe. Something that I don't like, that I wish these parks would get away from, and I haven't really experienced it, but they put the tag on your car and it's got every piece of information. In fact, when I checked in, I asked her to cross out the one occupant. I don't need to have people, strangers know that I'm an occupant of one. There's no need for that on my RV, on my car. So she scratched it out. In fact, when I'm going to make reservations in the future, I'll put 2 or 3 people down, because that information shouldn't be available, especially for women who are traveling alone. We don't need to advertise that. So they could use some, some education there to what's really necessary, what's not. Cleanliness, I give it a 4 out of 5. I went to a couple of places. I mean, there's a pair of shorts out by the Marina, or out where Aunt's been there a couple of days, and it's just it's a big, spacious place. I do think that they are having some staffing issues, just like anywhere else. Again, no recycling. Very, very difficult to find recycling in any state park. So a 4 out of 5, pretty good. And then the value. Okay, so the rates here. $35, that is for a 30 amp site, full hookup. $40 a night, again, full hookup, that's for a 50 amp site. Those are pretty good prices, and this is non-resident, plus you've got to pay your booking fees, but compared to, you get a lot for, the full hookup at that price is a pretty good deal. There is a more primitive campground, I think, at this time, that there's no electricity, no water, no hookups. I think at this time that cost was about $25 per night. So hey, I've got lots of little short videos coming up, so you get to see all different parts of the park. Hope you enjoy it. If you stay at Deer Creek State Park, let me know how you liked it, how it was while you were here. And again, I'm here late August, early September 2021, and had a pretty good stay. All right, have fun, and until the next campfire review, you guys take care. Bye-bye. This is my site number 10. I'm going to show you around a little bit. Before I do, I want to mention, this is a nice view, right? This is some pretty hilly campground areas here. So before you unhitch, I mean, if you're on a hill, I'm going to recommend, like, there's a restroom not too far from here that you can pull up your RV and your vehicle and unhitch there. Nice even ground. So this is my site. It is plenty big. I'm in Chokecherry. This has full hookups here. Chokecherry Campground. Lots of space. Pavement. My wheels are on the ground. Always makes me happy. Plenty of space. I did not put my catio up. This is a relatively short stay, and there was some rain predicted, so I've been walking my cats on the leash instead, giving them a little bit of the taste of the outdoors. Now, this, I have to say, I really appreciate. It can be hot here. I'm at the end of August. It's cool in the morning, but this is a covered picnic area. And boy, that makes a big difference. Big table. And you're going to see a separate little grill area. And then the fire pit also with a little grill on top. So there are lots of wildfires in the area. So they believe there are still restrictions on charcoal burning and firewood burning. So no campfires right now, but make sure you check that before you come out here. So it's a very generous space. The hookup, it's full hookup. The water pressure is not great. So I know I've read some reviews where people fill up their tank and are using the water from the tank. Yep, full hookup sewers. And just a note, I have seen several sites where this cover is off. So everything is exposed to the elements. So you might want to, I don't know if you can check that out in advance. But it's generous site with a good view. Flat pavement surface. And I'm very pleased with it. Very nice accommodations. These are the restrooms. You ready to check it out? All of the showers are on one side. We've got a little curtain here and a little seat. Let's see, it's not exactly lovely, but there's also no token or quarter slot, so you're not paying extra for the shower. Here's what happens though, the drainage is terrible. It's concrete floor, the water will drain all the way out to the door, so not very pleasant. You're going to be stepping on wet water. If somebody took a shower earlier, your water's never going to drain out until it dries out overnight, I guess. And check out all the hooks. Yep, one hook. I do not know what is up with campgrounds, bathrooms that they cannot, the showers, like one hook. Come on. Can you like add a couple of hooks? How much is that going to cost? This is the handicap part. Handicap shower, so it is bigger. So if you need the handicap stall, it is here. Ooh, there's your one fancy hook again. Okay, so again, showers worked out pretty well. I noted the water pressure is not the best, but good water temperature. The other side is the toilet area. So this is the ladies' bathroom if you need to use the toilet. Oh, no fires. Got that? Boy, can you see me there? I look kind of ghostly. So nothing too fancy here. 2 stalls, 2 sinks. There is a heater, so hopefully it doesn't get too cold. Dumpsters over here, and again, you know, I actually looped around because I could not unhitch my Jeep by my site because it was too hilly. So you've got this nice area in front of the restroom. I'm at the one up at the top. I hear that the one on the bottom doesn't have the shower curtains in the shower, so it might be a little bit different. But this is a good place to unhitch if you need to unhitch. So there you go. Those are the restrooms. This is the lower part of the campground, primitive sites. I'm here on a Wednesday, late August, and you can see there is a few people here, but most of the sites are empty. There's no water, no hookup, no power down here, so looks like some of the sites are pulled through. Picnic table and a little grill area, fire pit. So if you're looking for primitive camping, this might be a good possibility for you, and you're pretty close. Got a nice lake view. I'm at the lower end of the primitive campground, and this is currently unstaffed. It says they are closed during the week, open Saturday and Sunday. If you need your rental equipment, go to our main location on the north end of the lake. So I did speak to the staff at the kiosk when I came in, and she did mention that, like many other places, they're having some issues with staffing. So I think you'll be out of luck, at least on the weekday, possibly, for renting a kayak or canoe. I'm not even sure exactly what they have. Nice little picnic area down here too. This is a very big state park, so I am actually going to get in my car and drive to the other parts of it and see if I can show you around a little bit. Let's walk down here. Very interesting. No dogs allowed. Looks like we have a trail. There are some trails on the map. And I guess this is where their equipment is. Wave runners. Not sure what you can rent, but we got some nice stuff sitting out here. Kayaks, canoes, wave runners, boats. Let's see what we got down here. Okay. So it looks promising. I hope that when you hear that this is open and you're able to rent easily. Otherwise, we're going to check out the rest of the state park and see what we can find. I'm in the parking lot of the Marina trailer parking here. You can see this is an enormous parking area. Midweek, it's pretty empty. Weekend, it's pretty full. So if you've got a boat, this is probably the place to be. I'll walk down a little bit further and see what other trouble I can find. I'm at Sailboat Beach. The reason I'm showing you this area is because they have a 3 o'clock time for when you can enter the campsite. Now, I've been on the road full time for 15 months. I can tell you that this is, I believe, the first campground that insisted on sticking to that 3 o'clock rule. Your campsite can be empty, cleaned up, ready to go. It does not matter. It may depend on who is at the gate, but they're going to send you down to Sailboat Beach. This area, now I was concerned driving down the little road. If I could turn around, there is plenty of space to turn even the biggest rig around, so don't be too concerned about that. It's generally not occupied. And yeah, maybe they'll let you in early, but if they don't, this is where they're going to send you to wait until 3 p.m. Plenty of room. Inconvenient, yeah, but that's what you got to do. We're at the dump station. It's garbage right by, and looks like it works fine. And a hose. Right there is the kiosk, the office where you're going to check in. So if you are exiting, yep, you're going to have to cut her off to the right, but at least there is a dump station. This looks like it's water. You might be able to fill up your tank too. Again, everything is at the top. Campground. Chokecherry is full hookup, so if you're in primitive camping or you're coming in with full tanks, here's your dump station. I'm at the Wallsburg entrance. This is just a day use area, large picnic areas. It looks like it is strictly for group activity, so not much happening here, but if you are planning a group activity in the state park, might be a nice location. You are right by the freeway. It's a lot of traffic, a lot of traffic noise. I'm at the Rainbow Bay area part of the park, and there's a group day use area. But here's what you get, guys. This is a zip line right in front of me. It spreads out over quite the distance, It's by reservation only. So currently there is no one here. In fact, I have not seen anybody ziplining. Not that I've gone back and forth too often, but it looks like there's quite a bit of work involved in here. You're ziplining, and looks like you're trekking up to the top there and ziplining down, which might be kind of fun. So it looks like you're going from one platform to another. I see a couple of bridges from one to the other, and pretty cool. So they're working on this one right now. I see a yurt behind it. Probably more information there if you want to zip line, but there is I would suggest going online, calling, doing an online registration, whatever it is needed, because it is reservation only. This is a really good map of Deer Creek State Park. Gives you a sense of the extent of the park. Deer Creek Reservoir is the highlight. So if we're starting up on top, Charleston Bay Primitive Launch. Right now I am at Island Beach. This is where all the activity goes on. Rainbow Beach. I showed you the Wallsburg overnight group use area. And then this is where your campground is. Sailboat Beach. That's where we waited things out until the campground opened. So it's a pretty good map. This is Island Beach. And again, I'm here on a midweek, so not much happening here today, but you can see they've got some rentals over there and a really nice play area. But you can probably hear the traffic behind me. It is noisy. It is incredibly noisy over here. Beautiful sunflowers throughout this whole area of Utah. That has been a very nice treat. So if you've got kids, this would be a great place to hang out. And if you have a kid-like mentality and like to have fun, this might also be fun. All right, that's it. At Island Resort, there is the Lake House Restaurant and Bar. Might be a nice place to hang out. It's closed at the moment. Looks like they're closed on Mondays. You'll find lots of places closed on Mondays, but there looks to be some nice outdoor seating. And next to the restaurant is a shop. Just take a look around there. So if you're looking for things to use in the water, I'll bet you could find it here. Yep, right at the front. So wake surfboard rentals, paddle, kayak, canoe rentals, ride the wake, rent your wave runner. Lots of rentals here. So this looks probably the place you want to be to do a rental. So just drive to the north end of the lake from the campground.